Okay, I thought I would do, now that I've discovered the exciting world of making videos with scenes in them rather than just the talking heads videos that I do, I thought I would do a video that has every single member of my little zoo, my little menagerie. I'm going to have a little short clip of every single thing that I have living in my house, all in one video. So, and because I'm new at this, it's probably not going to be the best thing. I don't think I've really quite figured out how to make smooth transitions, so it might just go bang, 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 bang. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. So, this is my menagerie. This is me introducing to you Mariner canaries and everybody else that lives along with it. So, thanks.
Being right all the time.
Just kidding. Okay, now, seriously, here we go. I'm going to introduce everybody for real now. This guy's kind of hard to see. He doesn't have a name yet either. I haven't quite figured his name out. This is a crested gecko. And he's active at night right now. He's asleep, even though his eyes wide open because they don't have eyelids. And, at night, when I turn off the lights, he immediately becomes active and he goes around killing crickets and stuff in his cage and eating his gecko food. This is Sunny, my parakeet. Hard to see her through the bars, but this is the hospital cage where currently I have Caesar. That's the big guy. This guy right here is Caesar. Caesar has been feeling very poorly for several weeks. So I put him in the hospital cage last night, and his very devoted little mate up here, Sunny, just cried and cried and cried for him. So I'm like, okay, fine. You know, even at hospitals there are visitation periods for patients. So I'm letting Sunny have a few hours with him, and then she's going back in her cage. Okay, this is the cage that's right underneath the three boys that I just showed. There's one baby in here that was also born last year. See if I can find him. Oops, he flew right up here. He's right. This guy right here on the pink thing was born last year. He's a baby that was born here. I'm really proud of the fact. I had some really good babies last year. And anyway, filming outside of the cage is a little bit easier on the birds. They're not going to be quite as flighty. This cage has 6 canaries and they're all boys. Pretty quick, since it's February, I'm going to be separating out a couple pairs of males and females to see about maybe breeding again. But this year I might just breed the rollers and not the other canaries. So that's kind of all my roller males right there. This is Rocky. She's not very happy today. She just got moved to Gizmo's cage, and Gizmo is now living in the big aviary because Gizmo's quite a bit smaller than Rocky. But Rocky here is 3 years old and a vegetarian, as anybody who knows anything about iguanas knows. These are vegetarians, but you know, when they come into season sexually, they get kind of cranky. And I'm new with iguanas, so I wasn't really thinking about that. I was thinking, oh, she's a vegetarian. She's fine living with my birds. Oh, no worries. Until this morning when I got up and found one of my canaries headless at the bottom of the aviary. Not only headless, but she'd been gnawed upon. My suspicion is these little birds got used to her, and they were pretty bold, and some of them would actually go sit on her. And I think Miss Cranky here whipped around and grabbed one by its head and shook it. And that's how I think the decapitation happened. And I don't know what happened to the head. I have not found the head. I'm a little concerned she might have swallowed it, which I'm hoping it doesn't hurt her. So yes, now Rocky gets to live in the littler tank that Gizmo used to live in, and I'm going to ramp up my attempts to make her more handleable, because she's to the point where she needs to be free roaming not in any particular cage at all, just free roaming in the aviary, crawling on top of the cages rather than inside them. So that's Rocky, and she's a red iguana, and she's 3 years old. Okay, these are shaft-tail finches. They're a little high-strung right now because there's a camera inside their cage. But there are 4 of them in here. Lady Goldian finches, I believe that's how they're pronounced. That's the hen. I'm just kind of letting them fly into the camera because if I move it too much, they'll freak out. They're up here. There's the male. And there's the hen. I have a pair of them, and I'm hoping they will breed. She is a major egg layer. She's laid about 20 eggs since I got her last September. And this is Gizmo. This is the smaller of my iguanas, who will one day become very, very big. She's a green iguana, and she's not even a year old yet. And when she gets a little bigger, she will not be living with the birds anymore, because now I know that even though they're vegetarians, these suckers can certainly take hold of a bird and kill it and take its head right off. So Gizmo has bitten me once on the finger, and it was very, very painful. They have serrated teeth, so pulling away is not a good idea. And so I know how hard these little guys bite, and I have a lot of respect for Gizmo, and I dread the day that I get bit by Rocky. I suspect that day I will be taking a trip to the ER. But I'm hoping I can tame her. The fact that Rocky's in the smaller cage now, I'm hoping that will make it a little easier to tame her, to the point where she's a little nicer and less likely to bite. Okay, the little orange guy, actually he's kind of big, that's Toby, and he's 11 years old. And this guy back here who's trying to hide. Oh, here, we'll do this. This is Shadow. Yes, my really, really nice deck. Needs serious, I need to get out there. But anyway, Toby and Shadow, they're like best buds. When I first got Toby, he was like 6 weeks old. I called him my 9/11 cat because I got him the weekend that 9/11 happened, or the next weekend after that, actually. Because I think 9/11 happened on a Tuesday. Anyway, Shadow, that's not the best water to be drinking. Shadow is, he was born in, I'm trying to remember, 98. So he's getting up there. I think he's about 14 at this point, and he's very, very thin. I wish I could figure out what exactly is his problem, because I took him to the vet. Shadow probably drinking crappy water from from this fountain is part of the problem. No, I took him to the vet, and he had his geriatric exam, and because I was thinking maybe he had a thyroid problem like Tika had. But he actually, this tree needs to be thrown away. It's heavy. I'm putting out, I'm a procrastinator. He tested fine. He tested just fine. So we don't know why he's losing weight, but it's been very gradual, and they do tend to lose weight as they get older, so I'm trying not to worry. He eats like crazy, so that's why I thought it was a thyroid problem, but he didn't test like he had a thyroid problem. So I honestly don't know. It might just be age. But that Shadow, I call him Shadow Man. He's my baby. Of course, you got to videotape the fish. I mean, really, what was I thinking to even think for a minute that I wasn't going to include the fish? I always have some kind of fish. These are the only two I have right now. I have a little 10-gallon tank with these two little fish. And that's plenty. I'm kind of fished out. I'm kind of burnt out on fish. And this is my little Pomeranian, Haley, who's about a year and a half. Woo! We're gonna keep you out there so we can film you, silly pup. She's about a year and a half old. Her birthday is July 25th. And she's a sweetheart, but she's such a constantly needing attention. I am truly a cat person. And I do love Haley. I love her very much, but I can't get the camera to zoom back anymore. But I realize now, okay, she's going by. I'm a cat person. See, there's Toby again. This is Jolly. Hi, Jolly. Jolly is my Princess of Wales male parakeet. He has learned all of Mango's words, and he says them better than Mango. And he's learned all of Mango's calls. And Mango, who stays in his cage with him, is this guy. He's my male Cockatiel. And that's a cool pose. Anyway, they're friends. They're good friends. And Mango has picked up all of Jolly's calls. And and what's funny about Jolly is he speaks better than Mango. So the words that Jolly has learned from Mango, he says them better. So these guys are good friends. They have a pretty big space to live together, and they play games. And just, what, did you just hear that? What are you doing? This bird could not talk when I brought him home, and that was only about 3 months ago. And now he says, "What are you doing?" better than Mango does. Hi, what are you doing? It's just because of what kind of bird he is. It's pretty hard to find a cockatiel that can talk. Mango's pretty talkative for a cockatiel. Hi! But he's a very good teacher. He taught Jolly in just a few months how to say all his words. Okay, this is the big aviary now. This is where earlier today one of my little birds met a terrible fate. Had lost her head, literally. This one up here, this little brown, this guy. I'm really in a crappy position. I'll come down. The white guy right there with the gray, he is the best singer I have. He's absolutely the most beautiful singer this year. I don't know, every year they kind of change their song. But he is really, really, really a great singer. So, happy to have him. I'm not going to be able to film everybody. Up here is the, where are they? Where are they? Oh, there's one. There they are. You can barely see them. These are also, I think they're called red waxbills. I've got 2 boys. And they're up here. And the fastest bird I own right there, that's Hazel. The first birds I got to have names, but I don't name them anymore. This yellow guy with the black, he is a son of the Count, who's the bird I have with the broken wing. And he's a beautiful bird, very much a dominant male. So this is the big aviary. I don't know where. Oh, where is Gizmo? Gizmo's in here somewhere. Oh, you can see her tail right there. I was going to say Gizmo is shedding a lot right now. So the previous shot of her, she looked pretty raggedy. That's because she's currently in the middle of a shed. So, big aviary. I'm thinking I have about 10 birds in this one right now. Here's Jolly again at the bottom of the cage. He likes to walk around on the paper and forage. I wanted to show these eggs here. These are parakeet eggs. They are, I filmed a shot of Caesar and Sunny in the hospital cage. These are Sunny's eggs. And I've looked at them, I candled them, and they're all duds. So I will be, I poke little holes in them, and I draw out the fluid and then wash them inside. And then I have little hollowed out eggs, and they're kind of fun for decoration and stuff. So, but that's what little parakeet eggs look like. Another shot of Haley in the very dirty bird room. The floor is always pretty gross with bird seeds. Hi, Haley. Good girl. Yeah, that's Haley again. This is the Count. He's the one with the broken wing, and he does very well. He's the one that, there was another bird in the big aviary, that yellow guy with lots of black. That is the son of this guy. The Count last summer had 2 boys and a hen. He fathered 2 boys and a hen. And all very healthy. So even though he has a broken wing, he is not at all inhibited in his prowess as a male. There's a red factor, or not a red factor, a red mosaic. That's a male. And he also has issues with feathers. Red mosaics, I'm going to get up on a stool, are more prone to have feather cysts because of their soft feathers. There he is. Actually, he's not the one with the problem, but you can see how intense his red is. It's also because he's been fed red factor canary dye, so he's got more intense coloring. I haven't fed that to my birds just because it's hard on their liver. Okay, and up here, I'm trying to get the male that has the problem. This is a hen, pretty sure. Oh, this guy. See how his feather's funny on that one wing? It's very possible that he might also develop feather cysts because of this. I mean, every single time that feather comes out, every time he molts and that feather comes out, it's always like that. Always. It's actually 2 feathers, I think, and they're I'm gonna have to look at that. It looks like it actually might be sore. Anyway, so I'm not going to be, I was going to raise red mosaics, but I'm not going to do that because, oh, and there's the black mosaic hen right there. She's going to get to be bred with the black mosaic that I showed off. And the other, up here are 2 more English zebra finches. One is fawn, and I can't remember what the white one is called behind him. So, oh, and this one up here, I call this one Patch, the one that's sitting in the nest. I'm really sorry she's not up because she's really, really pretty, but she's probably sitting on eggs. Hey, Patch. Maybe I can get her to come out. Come on. She's like, I am so not moving right now. I'm comfortable. Okay, whatever. So that's it. I wanted to film all my animals. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. I still have another cat. I have to track her down. I have Sierra, my fat cat. I have to find her and film her. So there's the 3. Actually, no. There's 2 males right there. Okay. So I still have to find one more cat, and then that'll be all my animals. This bird right here is Little Hawk. He's the very first male canary I got. And I used to call him my best singer until I got several others that totally blow him out of the water. Little Hawk is very loud and very clacky in his singing, but he's a good little bird. He also has, you can see what he just did right there, he is a sky gazer or a stargazer, that's what they call it. That's why this is a hospital cage. This is where my misfits live. Fauna down here. This little yellow hen, she can't have egg food because it gives her gout. So we never put egg food in this cage. That's just too bad for the other dwellers of this cage. I've got a couple finches that the little English zebra finch on the top there. He's a nice little bird, but for some reason he can't seem to go up to the higher perches in the big cage, so now he's in here until he gets better if there's some problem. And the other 2 finches are just having troubles. They're having difficulty. They're either old or they've gotten hurt and they're not able to fly as well. One of them has a hurt foot. So that's why they're all in here. And I'll show this one off, but she looks pretty terrible right now. This is one of my red mosaics, and she looks pretty terrible. She's got 2 large cysts on her. They're called feather cysts. And, you know, to take a little bird like this to the veterinarian, you're looking at hundreds of dollars for a little canary. And I'm sorry, but when you have this many birds, it's pretty hard to be able to afford a veterinarian. So you try to do what you can do. And she had a feather cyst on the back of her neck, about the size of a quarter, and I got it off last year. I've read that red mosaics are really prone to feather cysts because they have such soft feathers, and what happens is a feather actually grows under the skin instead of erupting, and it continues to grow and it forms a cyst. It's just like an ingrown hair. But then other feathers will grow and not come out because of that one, and pretty quick you've got a really huge cyst. Now the side that looks really, that side right there, no, actually, I clipped the feathers away from the cyst, so both sides look pretty bad right now, but one of the cysts I took off on Friday, and it was a huge traumatic ordeal, so she went into this cage by herself, and I'm giving her some time to recover from that, and then I'm going to take off the one that's on the other side. See, that's the side that I did, that's the side that needs to be done, and it's about 3 inches long. It's 3 inches long, it's huge. And every time something like that happens, you know, it's like, well, I have to resign myself to the fact that this bird might not survive. But she's not going to survive with the feather cyst either. They grow between the skin and the muscle. They really do have to come out, so anyway, but that's why she's in here by herself, and she's just getting stronger so she can handle having another traumatic experience on the other side of her. She's got 2 big cysts on her chest from feathers that didn't come out. So this guy's my red mosaic male. Actually, I'm sorry, he's not a red mosaic. He's a black mosaic male. And I have a black mosaic hen. I do want to breed them. But he's the loudest of all my singers. He's very, very, very loud. If you hear a bird that just goes and goes and goes and goes on any of my tapes, it's this red guy, this red-black guy. Isn't he absolutely gorgeous? All the other birds in this cage are roller canary hens. So he's a happy boy right now. He's in with the roller hens. He's got all these girls. He's got a harem. These are all hens. You can see this one down here. She's in the food box, the food cup. She's been in the food cup for a while because it's getting close to breeding season, and she's, you know, she wants to be a mom. See if I can open the cage. These guys are pretty good about not flying out, but you can see the difference. See how light she is? She's light. I mean, if you look at the earlier shots of the males, and then look at these birds, they're quite a bit lighter in their color. This one in the foreground right here, that could be a male. I'm not quite sure, but it's actually, I think that is a male. I have a no, it's, well, yes, I think this one is a male. This is a yellow frost male. I can tell by the purple band on its leg. So here's a good example of the difference in color between him and this bird in the forefront. Even the ones behind him are not as intense yellow as he is. He's a yellow frost that I got to breed with the white recessive hen. What is it called? White? Yeah, white recessive hen. And she's dead now because of Rocky. Rocky killed her. So now he won't be breeding this year. Oh, and this little hen over here, she's just a American singer hen, but she's got a cute little hat, a little cap on her. They have just recently, I can't get, darn, shoot. I was trying to get here, see if I can get closer. Where'd she go? Okay. Where did she go? Okay, now she's up here, now she's over here. Ah! Try finding, okay, I give up. Oh, she's on the swing. Okay. Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, little red cap, the little feathery caps. Where did she go? There she is. On the tops of their heads are now allowed for American singers. They never used to be, but they are now. So, yeah. Anyway, okay. These are my society finches, and there's a few spice finches in here too. The little brown one right there was born here. Actually, I have two that look almost the same. They were born here last year. I had a lot of males born last year. He's clearly a male. He's singing right now to the one that's right above him, who is his dad. The darker guy, that's his dad. So, and then the one that looks a lot like him is right here. Same father for both of them, but different clutches. So these guys pretty much live freestyle in their little, it's a flight cage, it's not really an aviary. And this one up here is a spice finch, if you want to see the difference. These guys right up here, which I can't seem to get my camera to focus on. There, that's a spice finch. Okay, this is Sierra, she's my fat cat. And I'm filming her real quick before she gets out of the bed and comes over, because she always has to be in my lap. Always. Oh, maybe not. She's got a little heated bed here. I call her Fat Cat because she is huge. She is an eating machine. She will eat and eat and eat. I have to keep a gate between her and the food dishes, because the other cats can jump over the it's like one of those things that you get for little kids, you know, to keep them from going down the stairs. I have something like that basically separates the dining room from the foyer, and the other cats can jump over it, but Haley the dog and this one here cannot, and it's my attempt to get her to lose weight because she's like 20 pounds. She'll eat everything she finds. I've seen her eat fish food before. She's just an eating machine. She loves to eat, but she's a sweet kitty. The funny thing is she's so fat that I have to use those little wipes that you can buy for cats. I have to basically clean her, you know, her fur several times a week because she can't reach. She can't reach places on her back and stuff. So anyway, that's Sierra, my fat cat, and she's probably the sweetest cat I have, but she does not get along with anybody else in the house. She doesn't get along with the dog. She doesn't get along with the two boys. She does sort of get along with Savannah, the black kitty, you know, the other girl. She gets kind of along with Savannah, but... And up here again is my... he's so cute. My little bearded dragon who doesn't have a name yet, but he's actually growing. I've only had him for like... I've had him for like 2 weeks, and I'm just amazed at how fast he's growing. So, anyway, okay, that's it. That's all my animals. Okay, I have to re-film Savannah because earlier I had a video of Savannah and I had a video also of my bearded dragon, and in my ineptitude trying to put these guys into that menagerie video, some of them got put in out of order completely, and I don't know how to fix that, and some of them just got deleted. And Savannah, kitty, 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 look at that dirty floor. I'm so embarrassed. Anyway, so this is Savannah. Hey, kitty, kitty. This is the little black kitty that I basically adopted. Savannah, you're totally not looking the right way. Okay, there she is. All right, yes. From the lady that I ran into at the pet store, who this was a stray that she was taking care of. That I'm pretty sure this little girl was got lost because she's so sweet. I can't imagine that her owners would have just, you know, abandoned her. I think she just got lost. So it's sad for them, but it's good for me because she's a really good little kitty. So, okay.